Nore does a reggaeton album. I don't know if you guys remember he did a song Oye Mi Canto with Daddy Yankee, and it was big in that market.
Yeah.
But when he did it, it was ahead of its time for the English market. It was already bubbling in the Latin market, the reggaeton stuff. And so when he did that, you know, it was successful in its own right, but he felt like the English market and the English hip hop market specifically kind of turned their back on him. They're like, "Oh, you're doing some other stuff now. You kind of left us. You left the building." And he you know, the industry. He calls it hip hop purgatory. You know, so he ends up moving to Miami, and he's like, "Yo, yeah, I'm gonna move to Miami. Need to get out of New York." And at one point, he ends up moving to Kendall to be close to our studio, the warehouse that we had.
Okay.
And he told me because I was never into reggaeton. I have a newfound respect for it nowadays, the evolution of reggaeton and Latin music. But I was always this diehard hip hop head and always fighting for the respect of Latinos in the English hip hop market. So here comes this reggaeton. I'm like, it's not what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't doing that. So he knew that I wasn't really into it. Actually, when he told me about him doing it, I thought it was a joke. I thought he was joking. I actually laughed. There's a video of him doing a verse from it, and I was laughing.
Damn.
You know? Which he never lets me live down. So he comes back and he says, "All right, E, you're the diehard hip hop head. Now bring me back to hip hop." And he comes to Miami. He moves close to the studio. I have him. I'm working with Hazardous Sounds a lot, so I pair him up with Hazardous Sounds to record records. I said, "You're gonna come to the studio. You're gonna record. We're gonna record freestyles. We're gonna send freestyles to Funk Flex and all these DJs." You know, the first thing we did was have him do a joint over we looped the D Nice record. My Name is D Nice. That was one of my favorite records, you know. And we did that, and he sent it to Flex. Flex played it immediately and dropped bombs and wheeled it back. And then the Double XL did an article on him, and then they did an article on me working with him. And then another magazine did an article on me working with him. And then it was just like we were like, he calls it the Eric B and Rakim. Well, he called us that of podcasting, but we were just working together. He calls the modern day Eric B and Rakim. That's what he said on a track that we did.